Greetings, minions and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade, and no, I'm not doing a video game. I am doing a kind of a show and tell of my gear, my office setup. I'll show some of the parts in my rig so that you guys can see what I've been using to make videos. I do it on a budget, a very, 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 very tight budget. So tight that I can't afford a maid, and I'm too lazy to do my own cleaning. Yeah, so anyways, let me try to show you. I'm using my webcam because I don't have an actual camera anymore. I had a Canon PowerShot and it got stolen, but so here we go. So right there is my monitor. It's a 44-inch TV screen that I'm plugged into with my HDMI cable for my video card. And as you can see up top there, those are 5 angels that Pamela Goodman had sent to me, and I have them hanging above the screen for now because it's still relatively the holiday season, even though it's New Year's Eve actually. And this is actually the day that I got my brand new computer that I've been using now for a year to make all my videos and bore you guys with. So yeah, this screen here I got from my friend Wordsmith, and you know, he's a brother to me, so you know, got a good deal on it, $100, and he was going to take it into Game Trader, I think it was, because I said I'd pay better, and I'm also his friend. You know, I got it for $100 from him, which, you know, it's a HD TV, LED or LCD. I think it's just LCD, but it's full HD, and it works really good. I've been using it for several months now, and that is a giant leap better than that one. This here is an old Dell monitor that I got with a whole computer, and I actually used the computer as a file farm. Got that for $70, I think it was. The monitor, the tower, the keyboard, the mouse, the whole enchilada. And that's the monitor I was using for a good chunk of last year. And as you can see, it's square. And because it's square, you can't really do full 1080p. You can barely even do 720p on that. And so that's what I was using for a while. Now I got it hooked up to the computer as a secondary monitor. Do some web browsing on that. But I do all my video editing, video recording, and such on that screen there. So that's the display for my new baby that I've had for a year, which I still consider my new baby. Now this computer right here, that's the old computer that I was using back, well, all of 2015 for making videos. And as you can see, it's a bit old. It's a dual core, 8 gigs of RAM is what I finally upgraded it to. 500 gigabyte hybrid hard drive. This is what I make my money on, really, for, you know, advertisements and ad clicking and stuff like that. That's what makes me money. Currently I have it somewhat automated, so that helps me out right there. This was given to me because the keyboard wouldn't work, and there's a few other problems with it as well, and I fixed it. Unfortunately, the keyboard was just not going to work. I think something got spilled into it, and so it just wouldn't work. And I could probably replace it and make it work again, but instead I figured, well, I got this Dell keyboard, which I'm going to warn you, everything in this room is dusty as hell. I got this Dell keyboard that wasn't really doing anything, so I just plugged it in the USB. Bada boom, bada bing. I have a computer I could sit right there on a cooling pad, pull this keyboard all the way back here with this other keyboard, which is what I use on that, and I can get my work done. So that right there is on autopilot for many things. I have macros that I programmed into it to click certain buttons and react to certain things on screen, and it'll automatically move the mouse and do what it needs to do to make me money, as well as other things. So there's that. That's my main business computer, really. And then over here I have an Dell Inspiron Mini, and this thing, I think it only has like 1 gig of RAM in it, and it's welded, or it's soldered to the motherboard. So without going through the annoyance of upgrading it, I just keep it as is. It's running Windows XP right now, so it's not like it needs a hell of a lot. This here is what I do my bookkeeping on. I have Windows Excel on here. I store all of my my data for my bookkeeping on this thing, and this thing's running all day long, all the time that I'm up. But I also use this. Let's see to get this set up. Yeah, as my stop clock. And so I can just hit tab, reset, tab again. There. And that's what I use for when I'm making videos. I can sit over here, turn my head over here. Oh, okay, so it's time to end the video, right? So there you go. So that's kind of my little workspace. That cell phone, as you can see, it is old as doit, but I don't use it for a cell phone. I don't like cell phones, so I use it as a alarm clock. I have a fascination with clocks, apparently, but yeah, I have it set so it'll chime off at certain times of the day when I have things to do with my work. Hal and Sharky have heard it at 11:45 and 11:50 every night. Well, at least the nights that we record, anyway. So okay, so we got the screens out of the way, got that computer out of the way. Got 2 satellite speakers there, 1 up there, and 1 behind my coat there, hanging up on the wall. Those are part of the 5.1 surround sound speakers, which I never use because I always wear my headphones, which I'm currently using right now, so you can't see them. But they're Logitech Fatality headset. It's I got it for like $50 back when Circuit City was still in business. I think it was just before they closed for good, actually. So that was like what, 2007, 2008, something like that. And these things are still working after almost 10 years. All right, so let me show you my new rig. Now, this here, it's a nylon that I cut and then have it attached by magnets here, and then down below here. And that's acting as an air filter, and as you can see, it gets, I cleaned this out earlier, and it's already dusty. Okay, it's probably been 17 hours, and it's dusty again. That's how bad this room gets, okay? So back up in here, and I'm sorry that the lighting isn't all that great, but it is dusty inside there, and I've cleaned this computer out twice in the past year. But right there is my stock cooler for my AMD FX 6300. I think it clocks at 3.5 gigahertz, and I think it can be boosted up to 4.2, 4.3, something like that. But I don't really get into overclocking, mainly because I don't want to wear out my parts, because I don't have the money to replace them if they go bad. So I try to baby my goodies, especially the new goodies. Down here is my Zotac GTX 760. I think it's the 2 gigabyte memory video card. Not super fancy, but that thing cost me $129. And that's what I've been doing all my videos on for the past year. Love it. I could definitely have room for improvement, but I love this thing. As you can see, the cable management, you won't believe how much is behind that panel right there. Let's see if the camera will stop getting so glitchy there. There you go. Behind that panel, it is like spaghetti. I have some things strapped down, but I had to move things around just a few weeks ago when I got the new 500 gigabyte hard drive. Well, I say it's 500, it's actually 480. But and then I also got the silver SATA 3 cables, and I haven't yet got those strapped back in yet. But Yeah. So that's brand new SATA 3 cables. Right up here I have, let's see, those are 4 sticks of 4 gigabytes apiece of Crucial Ballistics DDR3. And let's see, I think I got them in pairs for $36 a piece, something like that. I'll have to look it up again and see what I paid for them. But back there, behind that panel, actually behind the motherboard, back yonder, is a 120 gigabyte ADATA Premier SSD. And that's what my C drive is. That's what my operating system is installed on. At one time, my games were installed on it, and I didn't have any room to install anything more. And right now, I think I only have like 10 gigabytes of free space on it. So that tells you something right there. But I moved all my game installs to my D drive, which used to be my video drive that I'd store videos on, and they're behind this plate here. One up there and one back down there. Up there is a 240 gigabyte SSD, ADATA Premier. That was my video drive. Now it's my game install drive. And I got that thing practically full now. And then my video drive, my E drive, I believe it is now, is 480. I call it a 500, but it's a 480 gigabyte SSD. Again, ADATA Premiere. That's what I record my videos to, and then do the editing and all that on that drive alone. It gives me plenty of space to do a full like HD video, 30 minutes long. I can do 5 episodes, or actually I could do probably close to 10 full episodes in full HD, and have just enough space left over to do the caching for video editing and stuff like that on that drive. So that's my baby right there, and I just recently got that, and it's opened the doors for me in terms of space and being able to have more flexibility and all that goodness. So that covers that. I got this, it's just a janky Asus DVD burner. Doesn't really work so good. It doesn't read half the discs that I have. Then again, most of the discs that I got are old. Then over here, let's see, over there is my 4 terabyte Buffalo external hard drive. That's my archive drive. That's where all the videos, after I get done recording them, after I've uploaded them, when my I have a 300 gigabyte external drive that I dump it onto first, and when that drive gets full, I dump it onto that, and that's also combining all the hard drives from all my other computers, and now I think I have like about 900 gigabytes left of space on that thing. So I got that. Right now I have the Logitech, I think it's the 920 webcam, which is right there. I bought that for, I think it was like $74, something like that. And then back here, now the camera is making this look black, and I think part of it is because of the lighting, but really it's a neon green. That's my backdrop for doing well, green screen. And I think if you look at the edges around my fingers, you see the green. It's that color green. But that's a backdrop I got for $12, $13 on Newegg. They said it was ships in the United States. Well, that says it ships in the United States, but it doesn't say ships from the United States. In fact, it ships from China. So when I bought it, I thought, great, I'll get it by the end of the week. 3 weeks later, that's when it finally came in. It took almost a month to ship a bundle of muslin cloth halfway around the world. So yeah. But let's see what else. My noteboard. I keep track of my shit, clock and all that. This is what I just recently bought this, but it's the calendar I'm using now to keep track of my episodes. Let's see if I can get this just right. Okay, this isn't anything super fancy, but I write down the episode numbers. When I record it, I write it down once. Let's see if I can show it right there. I write it down once. When I render it, I write it the second time. And then when I have it uploaded, and as you can see, I don't have any of these uploaded yet. When they're uploaded, I'll write the number for a third time. And that will let me know at a glance that all my episodes are in what stage they're in, whether they're recorded, whether they're rendered, or whether they're uploaded. So that's what I'm using now, and my handwriting isn't all that great, especially when it's dark when I'm writing this. This is what I was doing. So as you can see, this seems to be a bit cleaner, and I can also write other notes on here too. Okay, I can't think of anything else, and no, I'm not going to show my face because I don't want to make you guys throw up profusely. But I hope this helps shed a little light on my operating conditions in here. Like as you can see, this isn't a very big room, 6 foot by 6 foot, and it's got a sloped ceiling, and there's that. And then if I turn over this way, there's the door. So yeah, small room, but I like it because one, it heats up quick when it's hot. It cools down pretty quick when it's, let's see, it heats up quick when it's cold. It cools down quick because it's underground, cement walls, and it's small, and you just put a fan in here and it blows all the heat out. And trust me, this room does get warm really quick when you consider that the CPU and the GPU over there pump out a lot of heat, but on top of that, I also have a space heater in here too, in case it gets really nipply in here. So anyways, guys, I hope that this video didn't bore you, but in case you're curious, I think what I'll do is, in post editing, what I'll do is put up on the screen the parts that I got for that rig right there, and how much it cost, where I got them. So if you're interested in building a similar rig, or you want to see what my rig is like and then compare it to what may be more current at the same cost, this gives you a benchmark, a control level. If you see the quality of videos and the games that I play, and you want to do something similar, and you want better parts than what I could afford, I only paid about $560 for just the basic parts on that. I've upgraded a few times throughout the year, so I probably spent maybe $700. I'll have to calculate it all out. But spaced out over time is what I've done with all that. So it'll give you a basis on if you want to get into making videos, what you can expect to pay, and what to expect to get or exceed if you want to do it yourself. So hopefully that gives you a little window into what I deal with, and maybe it can help you out down the road. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and until next time, see you later. Twitch. Oh man, I gotta get that fixed.